Hey, welcome back to the How to Podcast series. My name is Dave. Glad you're here. We are looking at leveraging your entrepreneurial spirit. Fun to say. Try it at home. And we want to help you with your show to grow it and to tap into what makes you uniquely different than everyone else. A reminder, an entrepreneurial spirit is you characterized by innovation, resilience, and the willingness to take risks. So taking a risk is not something everybody wants to do. Try bungee jumping, try jumping out of a perfectly well-flying plane. Taking a risk is not always our go-to default. But as an entrepreneur, we do these things. And it means for us, with this entrepreneurial spirit mindset, to be proactively seeking out new opportunities and embracing challenges, striving to create or improve something, always tinkering, always trying something new, whether it's business, a podcast, or community. People with an entrepreneurial spirit, I kind of have this, are driven by vision. We adapt to change, and we can see setbacks as chances to learn and grow. How does this relate to podcasting? It's about being motivated by challenges instead of being afraid of them and turning setbacks into opportunities for your show. Here we go. Like entrepreneurship, podcasting is a journey, and it's filled with some pretty unexpected twists and turns, technical glitches, and moments of complete and utter doubt in yourself, in podcasting, in what I'm doing here. It's interesting, like little things, okay? Just little things. I was looking at my Spotify yesterday. I'm seeing all this great information, and I see 2 unfollows. And I'm like, ow. Like, I know it's not big. It's not a big deal, right? I have a teddy bear that I hug in times like that. And I'm like, well, why? What happened? In my mind, I'm like, oh, all you want to do is see these numbers improve because then you're reaching more people and you're helping more people. But 2 people decided that this wasn't for them. And I'm still thinking about it. And I'm like, well, was it me? Was it the content? Was it how I deliver the content? Like, I get really in my head sometimes. And it's just a normal reaction. We want everyone to love what we do. There's some moments of doubt, even for this show. I put out calls to action and I don't hear anything. I tried a question of the month and it was great at the beginning and then people just stopped responding. So I was pouring in time and effort to create a content and an episode that nobody really seemed to respond to. I had a few amazing people who were very regular. So I want to acknowledge them because they did show up on a regular basis. But I would say that was just a small, tiny piece of my audience. Many of you never responded at all. And I'm like, well, why am I doing this? You have moments of doubt in a podcast, whether you've been doing it for 3 episodes or for me, combined over 2,000 episodes. There's times where you're like, I don't even know if this is worth it. I don't even know if I'm doing it right. I don't even know if people care about my show. And in those moments of doubt, we are wrestling with the same things that entrepreneurs wrestle with. Starting something new. Being told by family and friends that you can't do it. Nobody cares about this. Why do we need this product, service, thing? Who's going to read your book? Who's going to listen to your podcast? We have moments of doubt. The most successful podcasters share one key trait with entrepreneurs. They see challenges not as roadblocks, but they see them as puzzles that need to be solved. I am not a fan of puzzles by any means. My wife, Jen, could exist on a deserted island with 50 puzzles and be completely happy. I find the love of puzzles puzzling. I don't understand creating something, tearing it up, throwing it back in the box, and going back to what you were doing. I guess it's a hobby, but to me, I don't understand them. I don't enjoy puzzles at all. Like, that's not my thing. So if you're going to buy me anything for Christmas, please don't buy me a puzzle, because I'm probably going to re-gift it. I'm just telling you, don't be mad at me. I'm probably not even going to open it. My wife, on the other hand, is going to knock it out of my hands and steal it. So to each his own. Podcasters see challenges as a puzzle to solve. I love hearing somebody talk through what they're working through in real time. And in my mind, I don't know what it is, but my mind goes to a solution very quickly. Team meetings, being in front of people, spending time in big conferences, or troubleshooting a problem in our company. We go around the table, give our best thoughts on how we can solve this situation. While we're talking about it, I've already got a solution. But I leave the room open for other people to jump in, because maybe there's a better idea. But in my mind, I'm already sold on the solution. I'm just waiting for my turn to talk, to the point where I've actually had my boss in different places say, well, from now on, we're going to go to Dave first, instead of going around the room and going to Dave last. Dave likes to be last because I'm an introvert. We're going to go to Dave first, because why did we just waste an hour when that idea was great? Dave, we should just do a Dave's idea. I don't like that attention in the moment, but I do in my mind. It's like, this just seems obvious. And it's weird, because things will come out of my mouth that astonish me. And I know it's not a Dave thing. There's something else happening behind the scenes. I don't even know much about the topic, and these ideas come out of me, and I don't even know where that happens. But entrepreneurs see around corners. Entrepreneurs anticipate change. Entrepreneurs are not afraid or nervous around things that need to be solved or fixed or changed or adapted. Entrepreneurs really have this ability to navigate some pretty interesting and hard to unpack things. And as podcasters, we need to have that kind of mindset. This mindset is rooted in resilience and adaptability. Something happens, how do we fix it? We don't just fall apart as a puddle on the floor because we didn't get our way. We can't approach it that way. For example, podcasters who have launched shows that have initially struggled with audience engagement or technical issues, but have used these experiences to refine their content. These problems, we'll call them, improve their skills and ultimately help them to build a better, thriving community. And these stories echo the entrepreneurial spirit of failing forward. One of the things we would do in one of the corporate retail places I worked at is we would fail fast. We would take shots, we would try things, and we would measure, and if it didn't work, we exited just as quickly as we came up with the idea. But we were always testing the water to see what would work, what would not work. We would fail fast, we would fail forward. It was never a fall backwards position when a mistake happened. It was, what did we learn? How do we grow from here? Let's pick up, let's keep going. We don't have time to lament over what happened. And, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. No, we don't have time for that. We got to keep going. Business keeps moving quickly. So fail forward, fail fast, where every mistake becomes a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block. When you make a mistake in your podcast, when you pick the wrong thing, you take the wrong path, you try something and it doesn't work, that doesn't mean you close up shop and go home. That means that's one of your next stepping stones towards the next thing. I remember a story where somebody did something wrong within a company and they made a bad call. It cost the company hundreds of thousands of dollars. Like, this was career-ending mistake. And when they realized what they had done, they knew that their boss was coming. So they just started packing up their desk. They grabbed a box and started putting the photos of the dog and the kids and their partner into the box. They grabbed some stuff out of the desk. They grabbed all the personal items. They just started loading up the box. They're like, you could hear the footsteps coming down the hallway. It's like, oh, here we go. I can't believe I made such a huge mistake and cost this company so much money. The boss came into the office, shut the door behind them, and stood in front of the desk watching this employee empty out his desk and said, what are you doing? It's like, well, I made this huge mistake, and I know it's time for me to go, and I can't believe I did that. And the boss said, you're not going anywhere. And the employee who made this huge, massive, costly expense to the company is looking back at the boss going, what are you talking about? He said, yeah, you made a mistake that cost us $200,000, but we just invested $200,000 in you. We know this mistake's never going to happen again, and you're going to help us come up with a way to fix it so that it never happens again. We've invested in you $200,000 because of this thing that happened, and I don't want to see that money go out the door. So get back to work. Perspective. Fail forward, fail fast. And don't look at it as something that ties you down, but it becomes the next stepping stone towards the next thing. Failure can be an investment. Psychology teaches us that resilience and growth are essential for bouncing back in what we do. Relationships, work, podcasting. By reframing our setbacks as more of a learning moment, podcasters develop grit. We have the perseverance to keep going despite the things in our way that's an obstacle. Tools like reflective journaling, looking back and writing down and thinking through what happened and writing it all out. Getting feedback from your audience, getting feedback from other podcasters about your show. Being in community and not podcasting alone. Setting small, achievable goals that can help us maintain motivation and to improve on a continuous basis. We need to be working forward, not looking in the back so much. For podcasters, embracing challenges means more than just surviving, more than just getting through tough episodes and through the workload and the editing and the recording and the guest interviews and the emails and the social media and the la, la, la. It's about thriving in uncertainty and using every setback as a chance to innovate and connect more deeply with our listeners, with our audience. The more you focus on yourself, the less time you have to focus on your audience. Your podcast growth often starts where your comfort zone ends. That's where it starts. And what I find is when we make mistakes, we seem to look over our shoulder back at the mistake and fixate on what happened in the past. While the podcast continues to move forward, we have now taken our eyes off of where we're going, and we are now focused on where we have been. It's why rearview mirrors are small and windshields are big. Windshields are big because that's where we're going. Rearview mirrors are small because that's where we came from. In high school, my friend had a family farm, and I would go out and help with the cows, and I found out that if you yell COBOSS, COBOSS, the top of your lungs, all of this guy's cows would come running in from all different directions. I don't know what it is about that word. I don't know if I just swore in cow language, but they would come running to you like full speed for his yelling COBOSS. But anyway, so I learned how to take care of cows as a dairy farm, and I learned how to bale hay. I learned how to stack hay. I had to carry hay. Yeah, it was a lot. And in that, I learned when I was on the tractor that you never look backwards. You always pick a spot in the horizon, a future spot, and you go towards that spot. If I look over my shoulder at where I've come from and where I have been, when I go and bale the hay with the tractor veers off, and I'm not keeping straight lines. I want to keep a straight focus on where I'm going. So I have to focus on where the tractor is heading out the windshield and not where I have been, admiring how great I'm doing by looking behind me at what is done, what I can't fix, what I can't change. But my steering wheel only works on when I look forward onto what's coming down the field for me, so that I can maintain that straight path and not miss any of the hay that needs to be baled. So I knew that my focus is always out the front window. And they taught me that. When you're out on the tractor by yourself, in the middle of nowhere, in this huge big field, farmhouse is the size of your thumb, it's how far away you are, you have to have resources. You have to know what you're doing. And you have to know where you're going. Stop looking over your shoulder. Stop fixating on the things you've done wrong or the things you could have done better, and focus on the fact that there's a point in the horizon that you're driving towards, and you must maintain your focus on that if you want to be effective, if you want to have nice straight rows of hay baling, and you want a better result. You don't want to miss any hay. Focus on what's in front of you, and stop looking over your shoulder and admiring how great you're doing and fixating on that, or lamenting on the fact that you're not good enough. Focus on where you're going. You'll have nice results. You'll have better results, and you'll meet your target if you keep your target in mind. Leverage your entrepreneurial spirit. Be motivated by challenges. Don't be humbled and distracted and devastated by those. And turn your setbacks into opportunities. Understand that you learn from what you do. You fail forward, you fail fast, but you continue to move forward. And you never stop. And you never give up, because you're not perfect. Your show's not perfect. Your audience doesn't expect perfection. You do sometimes. Podcasters who start out with episode 1 want to be perfect. You can be great. You can be better than you ever hoped. But perfection comes in focusing on the long-term focus of your podcast, not just short-term wins. That's where perfection is built over time. And to get there, you need to start. It's time to leverage your entrepreneurial spirit. It's time to go. And if you need help, howtopodcast.ca. This is part 2 of our 10-part series around leveraging your entrepreneurial spirit. I'm encouraging you to continue to follow that journey and to be driven by vision, to be adaptable to change, and to see setbacks as chances to learn and grow. Thanks for being here. Talk to you on the third installment of our 10-part series. Let's leverage our entrepreneurial spirit together. Thanks for being here. Hey, thanks for being here. Thank you for listening to the end of the podcast. You're here with me. I'm so grateful. I want to put something in front of you. For the person that's listened this far, you're my new best friend. So what I'm trying to do every month is I have a goal, and you can help me with this goal. Very simple. What I'm trying to do is have 5 conversations this month with listeners of the How to Podcast series. You don't have to have a podcast to respond. This can be the first time ever that we're going to have a conversation, but I'm looking to talk to 5 people. Now, you're still here, so you're one of the people that I would love to talk to next. So on my howtopodcast.ca website is a calendar, and I'd love to have you respond on howtopodcast.ca. Just click the calendar link, set up time in my calendar, and in the comments section for the meeting, just put something like listener. That's it. If you have a show, put it in the comments too so I can go listen. But if you don't, I just want to talk to 5 listeners every month from now to the end of the month. So if you're listening to me right now, you're the person I want to talk to. And through howtopodcast.ca, you and I can get together, chat about the show, chat about your journey as a podcaster. Where are you at? What do you need this show to become for you? What's missing? Your feedback. I just want to meet you. And as podcasters, I would encourage you to do something similar to this in your podcast so that you can meet and interact with your audience. So, howtopodcast.ca, I'm looking to talk to 5 people every month, and I would love for you to be one of them. Reach out. It's free. I'm not selling you anything. I just want to talk to you at howtopodcast.ca. Let's get in the calendar and chat. Thanks for listening.